So at E3 2016 and EA Play, we are going to see a ton of huge first-person shooters such as the much loved and anticipated Infinite Warfare, Modern Warfare Remastered, Battlefield 1, and Titanfall 2. Now it's very possible that some of these titles will become the best FPS of 2016. And if you don't know, at the end of 2014 and 2015, I did a series on the channel where I talked about my favorite FPS and what I thought was the best FPS of those years. However, after playing Overwatch for 2 weeks, Blizzard's take on the FPS genre could very well be the best FPS of 2016. The primary challenge for Overwatch, though, is that the game lacks a variety of content for gamers. When discussing the possibility of Overwatch being the best FPS of 2016, we have to answer the simple question, is Overwatch actually a good game? The short answer is mostly yes. Overwatch is very different when compared to other popular console shooters such as Call of Duty and Battlefield. Instead of unlocking weapons, perks, and gear as you level up, every character and player, regardless of their level, have access to the same characters, guns, and special abilities. At level 1, you have access to every character in Overwatch. However, you're going to have no idea what each character can actually do. When you see Tracer zipping along the battlefield, you're going to be ultimately confused and just angry as you try to fire your guns on her. When you see rockets coming out of the sky, you're going to have no idea that it's actually Pharah shooting above you. And of course, when you encounter Torbjorns or Bastion in their turret forms, you are going to be so mad and think the game is so unbalanced that you might just throw your controller. As you level up though, you gain knowledge on all the characters and how to counter their abilities and ultimately eliminate them. It may not seem like it at first, but Bastion can actually be defeated. Blizzard also made each character have a distinguished look and sound effects, so it's easy to register the threat and devise a plan to tackle the threat. Finally, I really enjoy the emphasis on objective-based gameplay. In Titanfall, Call of Duty, and Battlefield, players focus more on obtaining a kill streak than on playing the objective, and most players actually sort of play team deathmatch instead of any other objective gameplay. Overwatch only features 3 game modes that are all won by playing the objective. Even if you're playing with a weaker team, the game allows you to still have a chance as long as your team is focused on the objective. A great example of this philosophy is Overwatch's inclusion of overtime. As long as the attacking team is on the objective when time expires, that team gets a second chance to extend the game, which adds tension and excitement to gameplay sessions. Now, while Overwatch on console features relatively well-balanced gameplay with an emphasis on team composition, you have to have a balance between your offensive, your support, your defense, and tank characters. If you don't have all those included at the appropriate times depending on the map and game mode, you will get defeated by another team that does team composition even better. However, even with that inclusion, the game still has a major lack of content. Very much like Battlefront and Titanfall, Overwatch is not focused on a single player experience. In terms of multiplayer content though, Overwatch is also lacking in that area. Overwatch only features 3 modes, and Blizzard does not allow you to choose which mode you want to play. If you want to play Deliver the Payload, then you're going to have to hope that the game throws you in that playlist, or you will have to play the other game modes until hopefully you get to a match that actually features Deliver the Payload. While the game does feature custom games, Overwatch does not include simple aspects of first-person shooters such as a theater mode. The game doesn't currently feature rank play either, which can lead for some frustrating and unbalanced matches. Mostly either you will be annihilating or be annihilated. Now, overall, I think Overwatch is a very interesting game. Every time I chose a new character, I mostly was having fun. It was almost like I was playing the game and starting fresh. Each character has different abilities that you can conquer and master, and after playing a character once, you really don't have a good idea of how that character really functions and how you can use it in certain situations. Each character has multiple layers. Also, really enjoy the emphasis on objective gameplay. It's very different than any other console shooter that's coming out later this year. However, Titanfall 2, Call of Duty Infinite Warfare, and Battlefield 1, no matter how good they are, they're gonna feature better and more content than Overwatch. They're all gonna have a campaign mode, and they may even have more game modes on top of that, especially Infinite Warfare with its inclusions of zombies. So, unless Blizzard really updates this game over time, I see the possibility of Overwatch really being sort of irrelevant when these games come out. Hopefully that doesn't happen. I'm really excited to see what games are announced and more footage for the games we already know about at E3 2016. Comment down below what's the most anticipated game you are waiting to see at E3 2016. Is it any of the FPSs I talked about in this video? Also, give this video a like if you enjoyed this video, and I'll leave that yellow text that says subscribe. Really helps me out, keeps me motivated, and also it keeps you informed when videos go up. That left thumbnail is going to take you to the latest video on this channel, and that right thumbnail is going to take you to the newest video on this channel if you're checking out this later on. Thank you guys for watching, and have an awesome day.